The Sunshine State, a hotbed of passionate football fans. It is not hard to find where rivalry battle lines in the state are drawn on a day like today. These two are due to lock up once again, and we can't wait to get it started. This is a live look at the Swamp, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. It's the Florida State Seminoles and the Florida Gators. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sidelines. Holly?
Thanks, guys. Checking in with the Seminoles head coach before the game. He understands that they are walking into a very difficult situation today. Their opponents have a big winning streak on hand, but so do they. He said, I believe that we can come and set the tone early. Look for them to be very balanced in their play calling, show why they've won these games 3 in a row, and really set the tone here early in the first quarter. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Hits inside. It's Montgomery. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Speeding down the left side, and he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Fielded in the end zone. It's Terry. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Left side is Stockton. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. The Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Stockton. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Jekyll and Hyde for this offense and for this quarterback, right? Pick 6 on the last drive. You saw on the sidelines the coach is talking to him, really trying to pick his spirits up. I don't know what they said to him, but whatever it was, it worked because this drive is looking really good here by the offense, and what a beautiful throw there by the quarterback.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on third down expecting him to get the ball again.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. They'll try to get it through the air. They're working that left side. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Clark. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Quick completion on the out. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Right side, it's Montgomery. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
The Gators will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They'll take the penalty and move them back. And after that penalty, the defense is almost out of real estate to defend. It's 1st and goal on the 1. Trying to power it in. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
And he's not going to make it this time either. Another stop, and it's 3rd and goal. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. That is just an inexcusable offensive penalty. A delay of game in this situation makes the 3rd and goal that much tougher. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Montgomery. And he's loose and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown Gators! Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point is good. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. From deep, it's Singleton. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Looking for space. It's Chroma. He's past the marker. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. Renegade would be proud of the way they're using those horses to move it on the ground.
Yeah, get the horsepower going. And, man, they've had some serious backs over the years at Florida State. And you think about all the talent, all the swag over the years. You got to get back to that, find those guys that they can really attach this offense to and thrive.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Might as well give it to him again. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. From the gun. Nice play to knock that one down.
Great job on the back end in coverage. DB staying in the hip pocket of the target and was able to swat that ball away.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
And the Seminoles have their offense in high gear. Running inside, it's Chroma. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Motion from the back. Second down, gonna throw it. Fires to the big fella. First catch of his career, and you see why they believe this freshman tight end can contribute early.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
The Noles, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Wants to throw on first. And that one's incomplete. Guys, you might know Florida State was once a women's college, didn't start playing football until later, and in fact, didn't start playing the Gators until 1958.
Even though they haven't been playing a long time, this game has featured so many of the biggest names in the sport. You think about Bobby Bowden, Steve Spurrier on the sidelines, Charlie Ward, Chris Swanky, Tim Tebow, Danny Werkel, Heisman Trophy winners. This game has had it all.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He come up with the interception. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Fresh set of downs going up top. Catch in the middle, it's Stockton. Oh, he's got some space. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Drops back on first down. Out wide left, it's Brown. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that quarterback be going the other direction.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Quick give, it's Montgomery. Maybe some room here. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Quick give. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. The Gators want to pick up the tempo. A first down run on the doorstep. He's going for the goal line. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Gators!
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we're going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And he added the extra point. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Snap on first down, wants to throw. In traffic, it's Croma.
I don't know if that was a bust defensively, but there was nobody in the middle of the field that time, making it way too easy for the offense to pick up a chunk play in the middle.
And the Noles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good 3rd down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
He's finally stopped by the defense, makes up some of that ground they lost, but it'll still be 3rd down and the clock's running. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a 4th down.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on third down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's fourth down.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on fourth. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Analytically, that makes sense.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Intercepted! A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. Not a chance. Missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that Bull Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We begin with Oklahoma taking on the number 3 team, the Texas A&M Aggies.
He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback.
And it's the Sooners with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out, they're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant. You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Fresh center downs going to the air. Left side is Lopez. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Got a man, it's Moore. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line.
That's a really good-looking throw there. And I think about back in my day playing for the Gators, we were known as having this high-octane passing attack with Steve Spurrier, but every time we played the Seminoles and Chris Swanke, who, of course, would go on to win a Heisman Trophy, we knew that we were going to have to be executing at a high level. This guy right here, when he gets going and he gets into a groove, he just does not miss. He is able to light up the scoreboard for the Seminoles.
Straight ahead, it's Croma. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1. The Seminoles will hustle to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. In the red area, it's Singleton. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now.
Got some room headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Florida State.
I mean, they didn't reinvent football in this drive. That was really impressive watching him just go down the field methodically, running the football a bunch and finally punching it in. David, we saw the turnovers throwing the ball in the first half. They decided just to come out here in the second half now and just get back to the basics, and it really paid off for them.
I'm about to say, it's more of a necessity, right? Like, this offense wasn't really good through the air. What do they do best? Pound the football. And it's not like we're not getting movement up front. This offensive line is doing a good job. And if they want to get back in this football game, you got to like the start right here to the second half. Like, early in the second half, showing that you are physical and that you can still run the football even though you're trailing.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the third. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Out wide right, it's Montgomery. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Yeah, great catch, but great read. I love the quarterback understanding. You're going to see the blitz. I'm going to get the ball to my running back quickly, let him get the first down. Nice job by the quarterback seeing that really fast.
Out wide left, it's Brown. He's down right there, short gain on the ground.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
The run inside. It's Montgomery. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
3rd and short now from their own 48. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defense denying a big play as we've played 3 quarters. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th. Shakes off the defender. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the fourth down, and it paid off. And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Making the adjustment. They're going to ride this running back. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Montgomery. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? They'll try to pick up the first through the air. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
They'll run it on 4th down. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
All right, well, we've seen this already on this drive before. 2nd time now, they go for it on 4th down, and they're able to get it running the football.
Tough run here, it's Clark. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Hand it to the back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Man, this D's going to have to find some answers, guys. I mean, you've seen it. This offense has moved the ball down the field, done what they want. Now 1st and goal situation. Who cares about the yards? Like, step up right here, try to force them into a 4th down, try to make them kick a field goal.
The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. The Gators have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Florida! They move on top here in the 4th.
What a great game, tied late in the ballgame. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score's tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Hits inside, it's Chroma. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking.
I wonder about the mindset right now of the offensive coordinator, too, because they need points, and running the football just is not going to get it done. Early in the drive, late in the drive, I think you've got to be in attack mode right now throwing.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
I just don't like the play call, guys. 2 straight runs, and you're just wasting clock. At this juncture of the game, you need to score, and you got to score quickly. Running the ball is not going to get it done.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
And you can only call that run play here late in the football game, needing points, when you have all 3 timeouts. You just take one here. Nice job by this offense. They still don't have to be in that big of a hurry. Nice job managing their timeouts.
They don't need a bunch on second down. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Seminoles moving quickly to the line.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, man. That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy, so we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
I hate the play call. It's going to kill you. It takes way too much time running the football outside and then not getting out of bounds. That's when they're going to regret trailing late.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. The Seminoles in a good spot here with second and short. Knocked down at the 34 after a pickup of 5. It's a first down. Winding down toward a half minute to play.
I absolutely hate that play call. At this point of the game, you're trailing, you're trying an outside run. It's a slow developing play, eating up seconds. And if you're going to do that, at least you have to be able to get out of bounds. He wasn't able to do it, and now the clock is ticking and ticking away. That is just not the right play call in this 2-minute situation.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Fires to the tight end. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles! And they'll go for 2 to try to win it right here. And this crowd is deafening, trying to will the stop. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Defense ends this game in style, coming up with a turnover, and now they can just kneel it out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. It can get a little heated, and it did in this Sunshine State showdown, but it couldn't stop the boys from old Florida from stealing the headlines in this one. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.